anyway, so his message said, "Thank you for your response on that. I feel like an idiot for even saying that. So thank you. Life has really just been going downhill for me, which isn't an excuse. Thank you again, man. Best wishes with a heart." And I read that and was so impressed. Like, uh, faith in humanity restored. Not that I lost faith, but for somebody to be self aware enough to respond well to criticism from a stranger is, I know, not rare, although it's something that I pay special attention to. It's a value of mine, and it's a value that I look for in people that I want to associate with. To see that in that way, like not just responding well, but that well, like literally thanking me twice in a message and then sending a heart and best, like there's the self awareness and emotional intelligence on display there, like impressed me. So I said, "Hey man, gotta applaud you for your self awareness and integrity. I respect that a lot." And then I happened to look at his profile because he said life was going downhill. So I was like, how bad, what's going on in this guy's life? And saw that he had a photo of him in the hospital with the GoFundMe link. And turns out, somewhat recently, he found out he has a brain tumor. And there's more to the story than that, but it hit me really hard.
Why did it hit you hard?
It hit me hard because my I'm very proud about the fact that I can Rubik's Cube people. I'm very proud about the fact that, like, I don't think there's any human that can sit across from me for half an hour, definitely not an hour, but I'd even say half an hour without leaving more equipped to handle life. Like, I just think I'm that good at it. But, and not to say that this was an experience where I just, I didn't have a ready answer. Like, it, it was a humbling experience because there is no answer to that. I came up with a response and things to say, and it ended up being helpful, as we'll get into. But like, it took me back because it wasn't like another one of those conversations. It was deeper than that
Why was it deeper though? Like how was it deeper?
because he has a terminal illness. Like,
And
that's a lot different than me talking to somebody who, you know, can't get a good job or is depressed or doesn't like their friends or whatever. Like, the severity of the topic is, um, it's way deeper. It's literally life and death, and not just that, but yeah, I don't know. On the note of humility and on the note of vulnerability, and me trying to like get back to this core that I feel like I haven't been leading with so much lately, it just seemed strangely timed. And so I said, "I don't know what you're going through, but I took a glance at your profile, and I'm happy to talk about it if you could use a chat for real. Um, Also, I don't know if this is going to hit or not, but I'm going to send you an interview that I'm rewatching. Maybe it'll help. I don't want to be pushy at all. And I'm definitely not trying to sell anything, but I would love to help you in any way that I can. Wishing you well either way. Show the world your best," and then sent him that video. And then he responded saying, "Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. It's crazy how life can throw curveballs and turn your world upside down. I went from always being health focused most of my life, daily exercise and workouts, always active, always avoided bad foods. Next thing you know, I go to bed one night on," and he gave the date, "and woke up 3 days later, 4 days later, in the hospital with his spine broken in 7 places, left shoulder in two, from a really bad, severe seizure he had in his sleep. Same thing happened in February with him, and his family is clueless about it. He's never had a seizure in his life." And he said in March they diagnosed him as inoperable with the brain tumor. And anyways, it gets a little more vulnerable and deep from there. And I was already taken back by the conversation, but when I read that message, like, started tearing up and was like, holy fuck, dude, wow, and yeah, it actually gets worse. I skipped two paragraphs that I just chose not to read there, and so then he I said that while he was typing because I was just like not sure how to. I don't know, couldn't contain myself, and then he said that he's like, I try to be positive with myself and to try to inspire others, but honestly, I'm ready to give up most days. Today being one of the worst. We were trying to go to Boston to see this doctor in Boston because he's supposedly the best in America, but it's way too much money. I can't legally work, so me and my mom, who is disabled and I've taken care of my entire life, has to sell most of what. Like, you can see where this is going. So he's like not sure why any of this happened. Never been a bully. Always stuck up for everyone. Always been super family oriented. You know, I, just super wild. So yeah, I sent him a message saying that I'm rooting for him and that I was gonna talk to a few friends and see what I could do, but that I wanted to help. And he said thanks. That means so much. You have no idea. Just talking and venting was so helpful. I'm really grateful we talked. Just please don't feel obligated to donate. Just talking to you is awesome. If you'd want to share, my GoFundMe would be amazing. But like I said, don't feel obligated. you know? So obviously I'm gonna go fucking crazy to help this kid. But yeah. Yeah. So it's hard to just go back to your day after a conversation like that. Especially like I've been like thinking about vulnerability and like what like the moments in life that have drove me to want to be a better person or to help people, and
You feel like he deserves it more than most?
I'm not one to compare, but I can definitely say he deserves help. And so I don't know if this is going to end up being the rough copy version of this video or if I'm just going to share this just the way that it is, but I know that I have people in my network that are going to watch this video and that are going to want to help them. So, um, so yeah, the purpose of this was for me to just try to get some thoughts out because I haven't talked about it since it happened, um, other than super briefly. And yeah, I don't know. I feel bad that it's been a couple days that it took for me to even do this, but life has been happening in between. But yeah, I really want to help him. I wish I was in a position to give more. I'm in startup mode. I know I'm gonna give what I can, but I don't have much to give. I've told this story to two people, and both of them are gonna, well, three, and yeah, they're gonna donate, and
I
yeah,
think you
I
should
don't know.
feel good about actually spreading the word. Although not like financially you can't support a lot because of the circumstance we're in, but the amount of people you know and that you're connected with, the voice and impact that you have, being able to reach so many more people than he might be able to just now, that is going to make a world of a difference, right?
Yeah,
I think that's like it's like a priceless value in its own. And you don't have to. Like you don't have to by any means, but you're choosing to. And you're choosing to prioritize it even in the midst of the whole startup, you're still choosing to prioritize it, which really makes the difference, which really shows the amount that you truly care, right? Because you could have easily read that message and been like, I feel bad for him, but I can't do anything. I'm not going to. I got to do all this and walk away, right? But you're not. You're sitting there going like, no, I have a network of thousands of people that I can reach out to. Right? Like I have a lot of close people that can be able to help. I can actually spread this word, and because of that, it's going to make such an impact on his life. Not only is the conversation, but the result of it too.
I don't know. We'll see. I hope it does.
Hope it does. I know it will.
Um, I'll say this. I feel like I need to say that, um, like, entrepreneurship really takes a village. I wouldn't be able to invest as heavily into making my dreams a reality. I wouldn't be able to do the things that I'm able to do if it weren't for the people around me that help and support in every way that they can. And sometimes, especially over the last couple of years, um, but really just throughout the time that I've been an entrepreneur, because it's been more than a decade, I've been selfish, and it hasn't felt like I was being selfish, because in my head it's like, once I make it and things are good, I'm gonna spoil everybody, because that is how I am. And at times that I've had money, I've tried to do that, and I've done that, and I've done it to extremes actually. But but I've also I've also made mistakes, and I'm not doing this to right those wrongs, but it's hard not to think of the times that I've unintentionally taken more than I've given, or abused relationships in some way. So yeah, I don't know, but in case this is the version that gets posted, link will be in the description.